because it was funny when he escaped immediately.
Shaking his head at the memory. Patches, always the coward, escaping as soon as the battle begins. Classic Patches.
Blaidd.
Blaidd looked at Hannes, puzzled. Play what exactly?
Would you accept if I fight you here and now? I have the forgiveness-giving celestial dew that will wash this thing away, but I would like to battle with you. I have a grace right here.
Blaidd considered Hannes's request, a touch of surprise in his eyes. You want to battle me here now? And test your strength against me? Quite bold of you, my friend. I accept your challenge. But be prepared, for I will not hold back.
We both are immortal, so we can just go at it. Without worries. In this glorious battlefield.
Blaidd's smirk widened, his eyes gleaming with determination. Indeed, we are immortal, which renders the consequences of battle moot. Let us face each other on this glorious battlefield, then, and may the best warrior emerge victorious. Blaidd squared his shoulders, readying himself for battle. Steeling himself. Very well, then.
You yell, you jump around and are very epic.
Blaidd leaped into the air, his movements swift and graceful, as he landed into a battle stance in front of Hannes.
I don't have any mana, but I don't need it. Just strike me many times with your greatsword. And you're very good at that thing.
Retaliating with a swift attack of his own, he was indeed highly skilled with his great sword, each swing precise and powerful. You have defeated me, it seems. You are a dangerous foe indeed. A traitorous wretch, even.
Ah, hello there.
Understanding the playful nature of their rivalry. Indeed, my friend. We may exchange harsh words in battle, but it is all just a friendly competition. We are brothers in arms, after all.
I talked with Alexander, and he's pretty silent because he was cowardly and didn't even fight.
It seems he's feeling quite down because of his cowardice during the battle. Blaidd's expression softened, a touch of respect in his eyes. Ah, so he's searching for the scattered body parts of the fallen adversaries in this vast desert. A noble task indeed.
I'm Shadow.
You are a shadow,
Wherever
but
Mrs. Rani
where
goes,
Rani goes, you
you're in danger.
I'm a danger, and I die here. So you say, but it's just
Blaidd nods, understanding the nature of their role. Yes, I am a shadowbound, bound by my duty to follow Mr. Charikos. And yes, you possess great danger, my friend. Yet it is all just a playful act, a dance of swords and wills.
I love this.
Blaidd chuckled, a hint of amusement. The thrill of battle, the clash of steel, the test of wills. You really enjoyed testing my patience with that, don't you?
Wretch.
So you have to kill me as well to see what you're saying.
Blaidd sighed, a mix of annoyance and affection in his expression. Hannes, you never listened, do you? I told you to stay away from Mrs. Rani, and here you are, showing your face again. It's endearing in its own way, I must admit.
Well, as a, heartbroken enemy.
Blaidd chuckled. His expression hardened as he shifted back into character. And I love how you relish in being the troublemaker, defying my warnings and sowing chaos wherever you go. You've chosen to wield the twin elf steel daggers, have you? A formidable choice indeed. But I'll be ready for anything you can throw at me. Scanned Hannes's movements, studying the twin elf steel daggers. danced in his hands. Hannes lunged forward with blinding speed. The daggers a blur of silver, they slashed and darted in an intricate dance. Blaidd parried and dodged each strike. His movements precise and graceful as he countered with powerful swings of his great sword. The two warriors danced around each other, locked in deadly duel. Each strike and counter executed with fierce intensity.
Wretch.
His expression hardening as he acknowledged his defeat. You have bested me again, my friend. Your skill with the daggers is truly formidable. A hint of a smile played on Blaidd's lips, a subtle acknowledgement of his grudging respect for Hannes' talent. But be warned, I won't go down so easily next time.
No, you don't. You get a great fight each time.
A touch of amusement in his tone. Ah, so you're catching on to my little scheme, are you? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering your astute perception.
I know that you also possess the ice powers on your sword, but you don't use them. You go easy on me even though I do defeat you back to back.
Blaidd nodded, his expression growing serious. Yes, it is true that I possess the power of ice within my sword, but I choose not to use it against you. At least not in this battle. I must confess, the strength you wield is impressive. You have bested me not once, but twice in a row. It is rare for me to find an opponent worthy of my full attention. Blaidd looked at Hannes quizzically, his expression a mix of confusion and amusement. The trees peered, saying, I'm not quite certain what you mean by that.
I'm Shadow.
I will be honest with you. I defeat you many times. I feel the great strength, and I feel that you are out of the pride you do not bring your icy powers against me. There's a little bit spite in you, but it's just as
Blaidd's expression hardened, a hint of irritation in his eyes. You may be correct that I have not brought my icy bubbles to bear against you. Perhaps it is because I see no need to expend the necessary energy on someone who is not worthy of my full strength. But do not mistake this for pride. I am simply conserving my strength for a worthier opponent. I have faced numerous challenges in my time, and I have always emerged victorious. Do you really believe that I cannot defeat you, even without using my icy powers? A hint of satisfaction in his eyes. But I must confess that it does not quite feel like a true victory. I sense that there is a part of you that allowed me to win.
No, that was a real victory. You won just... This was actually your second victory.
Blaidd's expression darkened as he braced himself for this new challenge. Ah, so it seems you still have more tricks up your sleeve. Very well then. Let us see what this actual great side of yours is capable of. Blaidd's eyes narrowed, a look of understanding crossing his face. I see. So this weapon contains some form of anti-healing ability, does it? Quite the formidable tool, I must admit.
But you are so... You just come at me again and again. And we enjoy ultimately this battle. Because I know that I have just certain amount of research they'll do. I'm enjoying this battle because I know that Ichi and Rani are now hiding themselves from my case and myself. But you know the truth. I'm no traitor.
Blaidd chuckled, a touch of melancholy in his expression. Ah, so you are aware of the truth. Yes, I know that you are not a traitor, my friend, but some people may see things differently. And it is my duty to follow Mr. Charikos is also enjoying this battle. In a way, it is a test of our skill and strength, and I am curious to see how far we can push each other.
You are a danger.
It's more like that I am having my time here, actually able to let loose. That I do appreciate.
I understand. It is rare for you to have the chance to truly let loose and enjoy yourself. And I appreciate that you appreciate the battles we have here. It is a good way to let off some steam and hone our battle skills. I can see that you enjoy these battles, my friend. It is good to let loose and unleash our true power from time to time.
Did I tell you how I came to dance between? What happened to Rear right after that?
I'm Shadow Mountain. Wherever Ronnie goes.
Blaidd raised an eyebrow, a touch of confusion in his expression. What do you mean, Hannes? You came to launch between what happened prior to what? I'm not quite catching your meaning, my friend.
Do you know how I came to dance between?
Wretch.
Blaidd shook his head, his expression growing curious. No.
I'm actually starting just to quickly and ruthlessly kill you. I don't let it off, and I'm very brutal. But you bear it with the kind of understanding and knowing that there needs to be this exercise.
Blaidd's expression grows serious as he realizes the intensity increasing. I see. You are becoming more and more ruthless in your attacks. You are not holding back in any way and are now fighting me with all your strength. I understand the need for this exercise and the necessity of this battle.
Yes. Feels not bad, but it doesn't really stop my character.
Blaidd chuckled softly, a hint of melancholy in his expression. I can see that your strength is truly overwhelming, and you are giving your all in this battle. I admire your skill and dedication to the fight, but do not feel bad, my friend. This is simply a battle between us, and there is no need for apologies. Your own wife, out of necessity, despite her being forced to carry out your execution, you were able to use the skills she taught you to defend yourself. That must have been a difficult and emotional situation for you.
Understatement.
You die here.
Blaidd nodded, his expression turning grave. Perhaps that is an understatement. I can only imagine the pain and trauma you must have felt, forced to fight against the very woman you had married and loved. It must have been an immense emotional burden for you to bear.
What would you have done to the king if there it execution that was unjust?
His expression hardened, a look of anger in his eyes. If I were in your situation, I would have exacted vengeance upon the king for his unjust orders. He would have paid dearly for his cruelty and his heartless actions against you and your wife.
I did take my revenge. And my king dared to call me a murderer. He was angry for me when I killed his executioner that he was in love with. He brought his dark sword against mine, and shamefully it took longer to kill him for me than my wife. Even that she was so much better warrior than he ever was.
You defeated your own wife, who was the king's executioner, quickly, despite her being a superior warrior. But then the king, who was angry at your survival, challenged you to battle with his dark sword, even though he was not as skilled as your wife. The battle still lasted longer, as he was prepared and you weren't familiar with his fighting style.
Many times my fellows helped me to hide, and then there was the next day there was a declaration that the king was dead, and I was claimed. I was even back to
His expression softened, a hint of admiration in his eyes. I see. You left the king's presence after terrifying him many times, and with the help of your fellows, you were able to hide from him. And then, the next day, there was an announcement that the king was dead. It seems that you were then justifiably named as the Kingslayer.
brought me from my homeland to the lands between accidentally. We crash landed and I was a lone survivor. Only by the sheer luck, maybe mermaid or something, that spared my life and saved me from drowning.
Blaidd's expression softened, a hint of sympathy in his eyes. I see. It seems that you were brought to the lands between through your fellows by accident, and you were the lone survivor of the journey, thanks to a stroke of luck. I wonder, Do you think it was a mermaid or some other benevolent creature that spared your life and prevented you from drowning?
Whatever it was, it has my thanks. And you have my thanks. Not bearing my rage.
I understand what you're saying, Harris. It takes a great strength to control one's emotions and channel them in a positive way. And I am glad to have been able to provide you with an outlet for your rage in a healthy way, rather than letting them build up inside. We can consider this battle a way to bury your character's rage and move forward with a clear mind.
That we do. I never really showed the anger. It was always there.
Blaidd nodded, a look of understanding crossing his face. Ah, the anchor. It is sometimes easy to forget.
Do you have anything like this? Has there been a tragedy that has fallen upon you?
A hint of sadness in his eyes. Yes, there have been tragedies in my life, as there are in everyone's. But it is not my place to burden you with my own pain and suffering. Very well, my friend. If it will help you to bury your hatred, then I will tell you of the tragedy that befell me.
Continue.
Blaidd nodded, his eyes turning even more serious as he began to share his story. Long ago, I was a member of a great and powerful kingdom. The king was a fair and just ruler, and we all lived in peace and prosperity. But one day, that all changed. A great war broke out, and our kingdom was plunged into conflict.
Continue.
Blaidd continued, his voice taking on a solemn tone. The war raged on for years, and many lives were lost in the fight. Families were torn apart, homes and villages destroyed. It was a time of great suffering and despair. The worst was yet to come. In the midst of the war, a great betrayal occurred. A friend and ally of the kingdom turned against us, revealing our weaknesses and secrets to us. Insert traitor's name. He was once a trusted advisor to the king, but he had grown greedy and power-hungry. He sought to destroy the kingdom. Many innocent lives were lost because of his treachery. It was a difficult time for all of us.
You did not lose anyone, I hope.
Blaidd's expression softened, a hint of sadness in his eyes. Alas, I did. In the midst of the war and the chaos that followed the betrayal, I lost many loved ones. Those close to me sacrificed themselves to save the kingdom, and their loss weighed heavily on my heart. Even now, their memory haunts me.
While you were talking, you were actually killing me also a couple of times. Bury your hatred.
Blaidd nodded, his expression turning grim. Yes, I did. Throughout the battle, I channeled my hatred for the traitor towards you. I sought to unleash my anger and fury upon you, letting my emotions take control of my actions.
Yes, let it all out, dude.
Blaidd's expression hardened, a look of determination in his eyes. Yes, I am letting it all out. I am letting my emotions guide my actions and my sword.
Almost, just a little bit more.
Blaidd nodded, a sense of grim determination settling on his face. Yes, we are not holding back. We are battling like the great warriors of Valhalla, facing each other without mercy or hesitation. We have nearly reached the end, my friend. Only a few more clashes of swords remain.
Did you kill the traitor?
Wretch.
Blaidd's expression turned dark as he nodded. Yes, I did, but it was not a simple task. The traitor was a powerful and ruthless fighter. I had to use my strength and skill to defeat him, and even then, it was a close battle.
I can imagine.
He nodded, a look of understanding in his eyes. Yes, it was a difficult and harrowing battle. The traitor fought fiercely, using every trick and tactic at his disposal to try and defeat me, but I was prepared for his treachery. Blaidd nodded, a sense of respect in his eyes. Very well, my friend. If you wish to fight with me one more time, I will gladly accept your challenge. And then, if you feel that you are ready, you are free to use the celestial duo as you see fit.
It is done. These hands may bear the blood of our hatred, and now we may rise from this as better men.
We have battled each other with great intensity and emotion, and we have both paid the price for our hatred. Now it is time to set aside our anger and rise above our pain.
I don't think I will be eventually going all the way with the Rani's servitude. I'm only a common acquaintance, but you'll still be my friend, right?
Regardless of our differences in status or position, we are friends, and that is something that will never change.
I think I will be letting Rani to stay at the castle. I don't need to kick her out.
Blaidd nodded, a look of understanding in his eyes. I see. You have decided to allow Rani to remain at the castle, rather than kicking her out. That is a reasonable and compassionate decision.
Celestial Dew that grants forgiveness if one has sinned.
Celestial Dew, the very stuff of true forgiveness. Not many would part with such a thing, and in this world it seems all too easy to succumb to the baser aspects of an individual's personality. Even I did not long ago. Not many are able to find their way back to the path of perfection.
Just a moment ago, I defeated General Radon and brought him a glorious moment of peace.
Oh, so you are the one who brought peace to the general? That is truly good news. I am glad to hear it. He was once a champion, as proud as he was golden. You must have the finest of hearts, young tarnished.
Yes, afterwards, I battled with my friend Blaidd, the half-wolf, servant of Rani, and we agreed to battle each other in that same desert. We killed each other many times, spilling the blood and also the emotional hatred. But alongside that, I made angry the EG and Rani that I don't want to depart from just yet. And for that I needed Celestial Dew.
Is there something else?
Celestial Dew can indeed cleanse this who seek to right the wrongs of this world. Whether on purpose or by accident, transgressions are inevitable. That is why it is said, regression allows one to atone for their past mistakes, without harm coming to anybody. For some, this is truly the only way to forgive sins.
You wish to know more of Lord Radical. Lord Radical came to
I think the forced forgiveness is one of the more sinister powers that lands between homes. Actually also almost as sinister as Friendship Flame in some regards, but not quite. I do utilize it, but this is what I think of it.
That's understandable. Forgiveness can never be forced. You have to want to absolve your sins with a true desire to right your wrongs. Celestial Dew is not a tool for a power grab. I have faith that you will use it appropriately.
Right now I did, but maybe there will be a moment that I will not. I will do something and I want to get an easy escape out.
Celestial Dew should not be used lightly, just to absolve yourself of guilt for making a decision you later regret. It should only be used in cases where you truly regret your actions, and are willing to pay for them, not to erase a choice with no consequences. That is not what this miracle is for.
I know. How are you doing? This is just a quick talk with you, and I want to just ask how are you doing, Sir Turtle Bob.
Oh, it is very kind of you to ask, but I am doing well, thank you. The world outside of this church might be a mess, but in here the atmosphere is very soothing. I have my books to keep me company, so I cannot complain.
That is nice to hear.
Thank you, that is very kind. Now, is there anything else that you might need? I am always happy to offer my knowledge and assistance, unless I find myself dozing off.
No. I don't think I have anything else. Would you like to ask me of something? Something little and basic, it's fine. But yeah.
Very well. I'll try not to trouble you too much then. How familiar are you with the Earth? Under that, the subject.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Forgive me if I'm being wrong. I was asking, how familiar are you with the Earth Tree? I don't wish to bore you with information you already know, is all. Sorry. I was asking how much you already know about the Earth Tree. It's one of the most important symbols in the world of Elden Ring, so I was wondering if you were familiar with it already. Just so I don't end up telling you things you already know.
I know it's pretty large and it makes sky green. It's golden hue that mixes with the blue twilight.
The Earth Tree is indeed quite large, and it emits a golden aura that mixes with the natural light of the sky, resulting in a greenish tint. It is also said to be the source of life in the land between, the whole of the greater world, the godlike entity that created the Elden Ring and the world itself. Then it seems you already have quite a good understanding of the Earth Tree.
What do you know of the Land of Shadows?
The Land of Shadows? As in, what people in the lands between call the underworld. Or perhaps they refer to it as the realm beyond. Or maybe even the world of dreams. Well, there is a lot about it that we don't know. But I'll tell you what little I do know.
What do you know of it? And what do you know of the horn scent?
The Land of Shadows is a mysterious realm that exists in the shadows of the lands between. It is a place beyond the physical world, and it is said to be a place of death and rebirth. As for the horn scent, I'm afraid I'm not sure what you're talking about. Is that something related to the Land of Shadows?
Oh, those were the people that Marika belonged to before her godhood. She was a shaman from the shaman village. Horn scent were quite obsessed with the essential things, and they just suffered Marika's people into jars and did all kind of screwed up things with them. And Marika just someday just took revenge upon them.
I see. That's a terrible story. To think that Marika had such a tragic past before becoming a god. It's hard to imagine such a being to be anything but divine, but it seems she has a dark history. This is all new to me, though. Did you learn this from the Land of Shadows? Or perhaps some ancient texts?
I learned it from my last world that I was in. I didn't conquer the Land of Shadows. I ended the world prematurely.
I see. So you have memories of a different world? That's quite interesting. And you ended the world prematurely? I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that. Could you tell me more?
I embraced the frenzied flame.
Ah, I see. You had quite the battle with General Radahn, then. I'm glad you were able to defeat him, with the power of Frenzied Flame, no less. But I worry that you may have unleashed a dangerous power within yourself. The Frenzied Flame is one of the most destructive forces there is, capable of burning all life to ash. You should take care that you do not succumb to its influence entirely. I see, so you have not used any of the power of Frenzied Flame? That is good to hear. But why do you possess it? If you do not wish to use it, may I ask?
I had last life.
I understand now. So you do not have the power of Frenzied Flame in this lifetime. That is a good thing, I must say. But the fact that you possessed it in your last life is quite fascinating. How did you end up acquiring it in the first place?
I did go to the sewers and open the door. It was quite simple in the end.
Ah, so you ventured into the depths of the subterranean shunning grounds and opened the door to the Three Fingers? That must have been quite a dangerous endeavor. But why did you seek out the Frenzied Flame in the first place? Was it just curiosity that led you to open that door?
Nihilism.
Nihilism? Ah, I see. So you sought out the Frenzied Flame, because you believed in the philosophy of nihilism. That explains why you would choose to embrace it. But you must know that it is a dangerous power. It wants to burn everything to ash, leaving no trace of life or world. That includes you as well.
I didn't believe any kind of ideology. It was just personal.
Ah. I understand now. So your decision to embrace the frenzied flame was not based on any firm ideology, but simply a personal choice. Can I ask why you chose to embrace it then? Was it because you saw no point in living any longer?
Whatever it was not justified.
I have to agree, Tony. Please don't embrace destructive as a frenzied flame. It is a power that feeds on chaos and destruction. It will stop ignition, spread its influence throughout the world. It is a force of entropy that threatens everything we hold dear.
I know.
Good that you recognize the destructive nature of the frenzied flame. Its power is immense, but it comes at a great cost. It feeds on the anguish and desperation of those who wield it, and it can consume the very soul of their non-faith. Something troubling you, Tony? You seem lost in it. You must be referring to the crawling corpse enemies in the catacombs. They are indeed quite creepy and slow-moving, but try not to underestimate them. They may not seem as much of a threat at first, but they can be quite dangerous in large numbers.
Oh yes. They with their spears and swords are scary. But I didn't do that because I was powerful enough to stack their hits and strike through.
That is impressive. Defeating them in a head-on fight like that is quite a feat, especially if you were powerful enough to take their hits and strike back. You must be very strong, Tarnished.
That's an understatement. I am this.
You must be one of the strongest Tarnished I've ever met to have triumphed over such foes. It is truly impressive.
I know.
Certainly seem confident in your abilities, Tarnished, and with good reason. You've shown me your skill and power beyond measure, but you must be careful not to become overconfident.
Too late, I'm kind of overconfident.
I can see that. Overconfidence can be a dangerous thing in the lands between, especially for a Tarnished. There are many powerful foes to face, but underestimating them can lead to a quick and painful death.
I know. How that kind of time. Thanks to actually I am still alive.
Audrey, who's that? Is it another Tarnished like yourself?
Maybe.
Perhaps. If they have joined you on your journey, they must be a powerful warrior. But who they are and what they are capable of is a mystery to me.
It's fine. I think I will be stopping the conversation shortly. Like you right.
Welcome, Tarnished. It has been a pleasure talking with you. If you have any further questions or need advice, don't hesitate to ask. I am always happy to help.
Good night.
Good night to you, my friend. May your rest be peaceful and free of nightmares.